What's going on, everyone? So there's a lot of murmurs, buzz going around about a potential Kevin Durant to the Denver Nuggets. Now, obviously, it's just kind of murmurs and rumors and buzz because they don't even have a GM, right? For those that don't know, Denver fired their GM and their head coach a week before the end of the season and 2 weeks before the playoffs, which is crazy for a team that has a chance to be a top 4 seed, right? That has the best player in the world. And whatever was going on was so bad that you couldn't wait, right? Even if you fizzle out in the first round, just get through the season. I think everyone knew the writing was on the wall with Mike Malone and the organization. I mean, from the moment they won the championship, right? Like that following offseason after they lost Bruce Brown and Jeff Green and didn't really replace them with anybody. And then, then KCP, that you really saw Mike Malone be outspoken about that. It just felt like something that you knew was down the line, right? It was down the pike. It was just kind of like, when is it going to happen? But nonetheless, Denver is probably going to have some type of shakeup. You're going to get a new GM. You're going to get a new head coach. They're probably going to want to change some stuff. You're going to want to get a GM. You're going to get a GM that's going to want to make some moves, make a splash, do some stuff. And there is Kevin Durant. Right? Kevin Durant's going to be a big name. Now, Denver is limited. They don't have a ton of cap space. They don't have, they have several young guys, but the young guys aren't in high demand outside of Christian Brown, maybe, right? They got a bunch of young guys, but the jury's still kind of out on all of them. Now, a lot of that is Mike Malone not really playing any of those guys. So none of those guys really got the opportunity to show what they could maybe potentially do. But there's not a lot of young guys on that roster that teams will be lining up to take and just going to give you a ton of insane value. But you do have Michael Porter Jr. You could also look to maybe flip Jamal Murray, which I don't hate the idea, and we'll touch on that here in a moment. But there is also the ability to free up some. So I believe it's 2026 pick. If you remove the protection, then they'd free up 2 firsts as well as 2 pick swaps. So maybe you're doing something where you're taking Michael Porter Jr., some salary fill or whatever, a young guy or two, and then, a couple draft picks, 2 firsts and 2 swaps, going and getting Kevin Durant. I mean, you're in win now mode, right? I would love to see Kevin Durant play alongside Jokic. I think that would be so much fun to watch. Give him another scorer, another guy that can make plays for others, obviously self-create for himself, and just give you more consistency where, Michael Porter Jr., when he's on, dude is great, right? But he can be very inconsistent, right? You kind of don't know what Michael Porter Jr. you're getting on any given night. Are you getting the one that'll go get you 30, or are you getting the one that'll get you 3, right? It's just, I'd like to kind of see it. And, I think his veteran leadership would go a long way. I think he's a guy that's he's so plug and play. Basically give you a better version of Michael Porter Jr. and think of how good Denver is with Michael Porter Jr. Imagine him as Kevin Durant and what Kevin Durant's doing and he's been able to do. I mean, I just think that'd be terrifying, honestly. But I also think there is a, could you convince Phoenix that Jamal Murray is it, right? Hey, you know what you need? You need a guard, right? You got a bunch of 2 guards. You need a point guard. You need somebody that can handle the ball duties, right? Make plays for others, all right? Jamal Murray, just saying, looks kind of nice, right? Jamal Murray, Devin Booker as your backcourt, right? You kind of sell them on the vision. Hey, can you turn Bradley Beal into something in the offseason, right? Go get a 3-and-D guy. Man, now all of a sudden you got, Devin Booker and whatever, some 3-and-D guy and, Nick Richards, and then you add in Jamal Murray and all of a sudden you're back to being a contender, right? Can you sell him on the vision? Because, again, what Jamal Murray does, I don't think is irreplaceable, right? Jamal Murray can't stay healthy. Not only can he not stay healthy, but he's not this great defensive guy that's just absolute clamps. And, it's man, you really need to have Jamal Murray out there for defensive purposes and stuff. Yes, he's clutch. Yes, he's when he's on, he could score with the best of them. But I think you can name probably 30 to 50 guys that could probably do the same thing that you need from him Jokic is going to be you need a guy that can score the basketball, make plays for others, and self-create for themselves, right? Like, I think you can go get a 3-and-D guard, have Kevin Durant be that guy. I think Aaron Gordon is probably the most invaluable. I mean, imagine a front court of Jokic, Gordon, and Durant. I mean, you're great. And then if you keep Christian Brown, like you go Christian Brown, and then at that point, go get a 3-and-D guard, right? Like, even anybody. Right? Can you convince Bruce Brown to come back and just go like Bruce Brown, Christian Brown, Kevin Durant, Aaron Gordon, and Jokic? I mean, good luck beating that team. Right? Good luck stopping that team. Right? Like, you got defense, point of attack, versatility. Bruce Brown's got chemistry and familiarity with that team. Like, I don't know. I think that I like the idea of Kevin Durant on them. I mean, if you want to keep Jamal and you want to do, Porter Jr., sure, right? Michael Porter Jr., I think you could do something like that, right? I mean, you'd almost have to trade Michael Porter Jr. if you go get Kevin Durant, right? Because I just feel like you have redundancy at that point. I just don't think you need both. But I wouldn't hate the idea of like turning Jamal, convince Phoenix, who are kind of desperate, right? Like, hey, dude, you're getting the younger player. You know what I mean? Like, really sell them on the idea of Jamal Murray. And then you have Michael Porter Jr. that you can go flip into, guys that make more sense. Maybe some depth or, a starting caliber two-way guard, and then go get, another, like, can you convince Houston to give up some of their athletic guys, right? Like, I think that there is a path to Denver where you're just like, this team might be terrifying if you can get Kevin Durant for the right package, right trade. Like, yeah, could you go Jamal Murray? Could you basically swap Michael Porter Jr. with Kevin Durant and be tough? Yeah. But you need depth. I just think you have a fire sale, but during that fire sale, you add Kevin Durant, right? Essentially where I'm at, right? Keep Aaron Gordon, keep Jokic, go get Kevin Durant, and then trade everything else and kind of retool around those three. And I think you have the makings of potentially winning an NBA championship. All right. Kevin Durant, Denver, I just think it'd be fun to watch regardless. Even if it's terrible, I think it'd be cool to watch. Just see those two, Jokic and Kevin Durant. I mean, just imagine Kevin Durant playing off a Jokic all game. God. Anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? If you what are your thoughts? Do you agree with me? Disagree? Kind of mixed in the middle. Would you like to see, Jokic and Kevin Durant teaming up, and kind of becoming the big duo? Or do you think, no, like, would you trade Jamal Murray to go get him? Would you trade Michael Porter Jr. to go get him? Do you not care? You kind of like trade them all? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are. Either way, love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.